Assalamu alaikum wonderful humans. Happy Monday. Okay, so today we are going to talk about an important topic that I need all of you to remember, because again, this is a reminder. We've spoken about this before, but I think reminders are always good. Okay, so and I share with you, I'll talk to you about this from a perspective of maybe your experiences or someone that you know who may have experienced this. Have you ever engaged in a diet where you're doing all the right things? You're managing your nutrition, you're focusing on those meals and cutting stuff out as often we do, right? In an attempt to try and lose weight and maybe engage in some cardio, but not very much resistance training or anything like that. And you lose the weight. The scale is going down. You're happy and you're thinking, yes, I've nailed it. And then suddenly, as the diet is coming to an end, as you continue to lose that weight, you find yourself being a lot more hungrier. Your hunger has gone up. You're finding it harder to manage that diet anymore. You're finding yourself eating a little bit more. And then by the end of that, not only do you regain the weight that you've lost back, you gain back even more than what you've lost. Okay. Now, this concept is known as collateral fattening. This is the idea of regaining the weight that you've lost as a way for the body to regain the lean mass that is lost, because this is a mistake that a lot of people engage in, is this whole idea of, I'm going to do whatever it takes to lose this weight, to make the scale go down. But often not a lot of consideration is going into what is actually going down. Is it body fat? Is it lean mass? Is it both? What we want to do when we're trying to engage in a weight loss strategy, we actually want to lose fat mass, not lean mass, right? And when we engage in a diet that neglects resistance training, what tends to happen is we lose lean mass, and then the body's defense mechanism kicks in and goes, hang on, we are losing too much muscle mass here. And remember, the body does not like to lose muscle mass because it's the thing that allows it to survive. If you didn't have any muscle mass, you wouldn't have any amino acids to be created from the muscle breaking down. Your organs wouldn't function as well, and you'd end up dying. People starve. They starve because they don't have any more muscle to break down to give the body the amino acids that it needs to function. This is how you die. So when we're engaging in a weight loss process that involves the breaking down of muscle mass, where you're losing muscle mass because you're not engaging in the right strategy, either you're not resistance training or you're not consuming enough protein, the body is going to freak out. And how it does this by increasing your appetite. This is called hyperphagia, right? So your appetite goes up, right? Your appetite is going to go up whenever you engage in a weight loss process anyway, right? Because the body doesn't like you to lose weight and stuff like that, right? But it goes up even more when you're not resistance training, when you're not consuming enough protein. So like I said, this is called hyperphagia. Your ghrelin goes up. This is appetite hormone in an attempt to make you eat more so that you can regain the lean mass that you've lost. But what tends to happen in that regaining of the lean mass that you've lost, you end up gaining a lot more fat mass. And this appetite is going to stay upregulated. It's going to stay higher until the lean mass that you lost, aka muscle mass, comes back. Now, another thing that people need to understand is you can lose weight without exercise, absolutely, because we know in isolation, exercise doesn't burn as many calories as we think anyway, depending on how long and all. If you're an athlete who's training 2 to 3 hours a day, of course you're going to burn a lot of calories. But majority of us, we just train for like 20, 30, 40 minutes a day, right? So you tend to not burn as many calories. So in isolation, by itself, if all you're doing is focusing on exercise, neglecting your nutrition as a way to lose weight, it's going to be challenging for you. But exercise is absolutely crucial, especially resistance training, when it comes to maintaining the fat that you've lost. Because if you don't engage in resistance training during the weight loss phase, you are going to end up losing a lot of muscle mass in the process, which then is going to end up You annoying your body, which then the body is going to go, I don't like this very much. I'm going to make this person eat a lot so that she can regain all the muscle mass that she's lost, because we don't like losing muscle mass. And then in the process of now you're starving, you're eating all the foods that you cut out, all those cakes and cookies and all of these things. Now you're eating them a lot more. And before you know it, the fat that you've lost has come back and the scale is a lot heavier. Okay, now all of this to say is this. Do not neglect resistance training. Do not neglect consuming enough protein when you're trying to lose fat. This is absolutely key. The body does amazing things when it comes to protein. Like, protein is one of those macronutrients that you can consume pretty much quite a bit of. As long as you're not neglecting your carbs and healthy fats, you can consume a lot more protein without gaining a lot of fat mass from it. Like, there are studies that have looked at trained individuals, I think, who consumed up to 1,000 calories of protein on top of their maintenance calories, and guess what? They did not gain any body fat. They didn't gain weight, right? Now, whenever you're finding yourself, like I said earlier, if you're on a dieting phase, hunger is going to be one of the things that you need to tackle. And the best way to tackle hunger is to make sure that you are consuming enough protein, as well as ensuring you're consuming enough of the foods that are going to give you the volume that you want. So aka your salads, your vegetables, and all of that stuff that's going to help you feel satiated, right? That's going to give you the volume while maintaining the calories, because losing weight is all about calories in and calories out. But you can still be smart about where those calories are coming from, because that is going to be absolutely key, right? So to close this up, number one, if you're trying to lose weight, you need to resistance train to maintain as much lean mass as possible, so that your body doesn't freak out on you, so that you can manage your appetite, okay? So that you can just be able to not only lose that weight during the dieting phase, but also be able to keep it off. So not only do you want to focus on resistance training, you also want to focus on consuming enough protein, inshallah. Okay, hope this was helpful. Any questions? Let me know. Assalamu alaikum.